Well, here's a quick little tour of my flowers in the yard so far. This is the porch, obviously, that needs to be replaced, but I spend all the money on flowers, so I can't help myself. My peonies are still blooming, and the lupins are still blooming, and the lilies are getting ready to come in. And there's some more here. Dave built me the planters out of pallet wood. The hostas. And some of these I started inside. Quite a few of them, actually. We still have cleanup in progress. And let's see. Here's Iris's red bud tree that has yet to have a red bud on it in the spring. The forsythia back there. And my two elderberry bushes. The azalea bush Steve and Debbie got me. And my overgrown old iris garden, which is now going to be gladiolas and mums in the fall. The mums come out. I also have some, what are they called? Crocosimas in there. And then here's the garden. Tulips. Azalea bush from Carolyn's. That was one of the memorial bushes from her memorial service. But the other one was planted over there where yours is, that you guys got me, but it died a year ago. I don't know why. Anyway, these are all tulips and stuff in the spring. And then I'll have sunflowers coming up. And there's an azalea bush that Shane got me for Mother's Day one year. It has yet to bloom. This year, it usually does bloom, but it's later. I don't know, this year was weird. It was very hot. We had a crazy late frost. This is a snowball bush that has yet to produce a bloom. And my weeping pussy willow tree. And in the garden here, let's see. We have lots of chamomile. We have lots of strawberries. They're really small this year, I think because of the weird heat and the weird frost. More palette planters, lavender, catmint, raspberry bushes, Dave in the background, the man barn. Let's see, there's going to be, well, here's the garlic. And then I have some onions started and some cucumbers growing in there. And my little yellow flower bush, I don't know what it's really called. I keep looking it up and forgetting. Zinnias that I planted. Moonflowers, they get huge and climb up and over the whole fence there. Marigolds. Lots of chamomile for tea. Balloon flower bush that hasn't bloomed yet. Lots of garlic. And they've got peppers of all kinds in these raised beds. And some lavender and some rosemary. And then down this way, all these coming up here are cleomes. They're just wild. They reseed themselves every year and they go nuts. There's a wild catnip. My kitties love it. And more rosemary and lavender and dill and chamomile. And then we have tomatoes. And some cantaloupe I'm trying this year. We'll see. Tomatoes. Some things the girls planted on Mother's Day. I think those are cardinal climbers. I don't know what all this other stuff is. I know sunflowers. The catnip for the kitties. And some rosemary. that I started, and some marigolds. And this bed is spaghetti squash and butternut squash. And this bed is going to be radishes, basil, beets, marigolds, and regular daikon radishes and red radishes. I just planted those this morning. And then here's some more stuff the girls planted on Mother's Day. They've got lettuce. They've got radishes that I had to try to thin out. It doesn't look like they're going to make it. So it'll just be what it is. And I don't know what the hell they put in here, but it didn't grow. So I put peas in these 3 here. 1, 2, 3. And this is my Madison garden here. I have echinacea, yarrow, some daisies, some Shasta daisies, some black-eyed Susans. This is anise hyssop and lavender. And it was like overgrown with strawberries, but I took them out. And then I plant calendula and what's the other one I put in there? Oh my gosh, I can't think. Calendula, I know that. Anyway, something. A rose bush, climbing rose. And then here's some bee balm that we just we transplanted it last year, so it's really doing good. And then I've got all wildflowers, perennial wildflowers that I just planted in front of that. And our crazy overgrown blackberry bushes that I've yet to get to weed and prune. And what else? Oh, this is the pumpkin patch back here. Pumpkins and beans. I'll have beans coming up on the back fence behind that last bed there. And then this is all going to be beans. Crazy, ugly, warty pumpkins. Regular pumpkins. And then I've got ornamental pumpkins and gourds on the bottom. And that is the garden. Oh, lilies, peppermint for tea. And the mice don't like it. And then over here, there is going to be, I hope, I don't know, I'm kind of late getting it in. Dave's like baby, his old rotted Ford F-100. It does run. I won't grow in it anymore because it smells like mice pee. This is all going to be corn. And I have overgrown rhubarb, horseradish, mugwort, which is very witchy, magical herb that I won't let Dave cut down. And then this is my little sacred tree up this way where the fire pit is. And it's not cleaned up yet, but it will be by Wednesday because we're celebrating the solstice. But it's really pretty at night. I have solar lights that go around it, and I put all kinds of candles out and everything. It's really pretty. And then this is the back where, do you see that little chipmunk in the wood? This is the back. Dave's icky compost pile. And the memorial garden for all of our past pets. Rosa Sharon tree bush that was new last year. Yeah. Everybody from Bruton Lady, Gandhi, Baby Kitty, and Merlin now are out here. Bigums, he just went out and never came home, so he's not here. But his name is on one of the stones. And So then we're to the backyard, and the house needs to be sided too. But again, I spend all my money on flowers. This has to be taken care of yet too. There's bee balm in here, but it needs to be weeded yet. And then this is our lilacs. Lilacs all the way down. And they're done, obviously. And then over here, by the other side of the porch, is clematis and more lupin. And I have dianthias that have just started to bloom. No, not yet. Phlox. And lots of violets. Love Lies Bleeding is in the back corner over there. And cosmos. And there's some zinnias and stuff in here. And I've got to get in here and weed again because the morning glories are going nuts. All kinds of stuff that's popping up. Oh, no, those are violets, but yeah, I got to get them out of there. They're going crazy. More violets. Oh, my mullein. That big plant in the back there. Mullein. And it's so good for sore throats and stuff. And this big, huge, weedy mess is a lot of bee balm, and it's a lot of violets, but I want to do something with it. I don't know. I don't like it. And then we have hollyhocks next to the mullein, and I'm embarrassed for the siding on the house. And hydrangeas, and hydrangeas that the frost got. Peonies. And that's the entrance to my sacred garden here. I've got lots of begonias. And over this way is bee balm, begonias, columbine. It's still blooming. Bleeding hearts, which are gorgeous, and the frost got the big one this year too. It did come back and pop some flowers out, but it's massive, and it's so pretty when it's all in bloom, and it hasn't been killed off by the frost, but I'm glad at least some of it's coming back. Lots of bee balm. Stuff goes crazy. More little hydrangeas. And this sacred tree again in a circle. And then, hello, I'm making a video to send. No, I have to put it on YouTube and send them the link. And then here's the new knockout rosebush that I just got. And it is coming back with some buds. It was so pretty. When I first got it, it was full of flowers. And they've fallen off. And here's a new one coming out. Oh, how pretty. Okay. And that concludes our tour. And there we are. And then I have my honey back here again, who is taking a break because he's a hard-working guy. And I keep thinking of holes for him to dig. And I know that you can relate to that one, Steve. He is planting a rhododendron for me because the deer ate mine that I had. And it was huge. It was by the front porch, and he dug it up and moved it, and then it got killed. And then it's going in there. And that's his last job for the day and the week. Say hi. Tired man. And there you have it. There is the full tour. I didn't show you the addition in the back, but I'll save that for another video. It's not very pretty yet. Okay. Peace out, guys. Mwah.